up they go. The man who became Lord Kinnaird did win the FA Cup as a captain 4 times, but with 2 different organisations. John Terry is going to be the first man to lift it with the same club. He is. I've called him it a couple of times. I make no apology for reaching back for the expression again, Mr. Chelsea.
He certainly is. The Chelsea fans love it. They can forgive him for anything that he does. And he actually defended well. He was the one player with the Ivanovic when balls go into the box. They did make sure they won balls in the air. He was beaten a couple of times. He was beaten for the goal by Andy Carroll. He was beaten by Suarez down the outside once. He hasn't got great athleticism, but he makes up for it in determination and reading of the game.
That's that little pause, a little word with Frank Lampard, maybe to involve him in any presentation ritual, any plan that they've got up their sleeves. Some have been writing them off. What a dangerous thing that's proved to be. They may be in their 30s now, Terry, Lampard, Drogba, but goodness me, still a part to play. It's still the Champions League final to come. And today, all about this wonderful, easily recognisable trophy. Jimmy Armfield waiting for the moment. Blue is the colour in this season's FA Cup, and very much Chelsea is the name. It's a familiar sight.
Oh my God.
A second home, the new Wembley. They might be leaving their famous home, Stamford Bridge. Talk today about new development at the Fantasy Power Station. Well, they've had enough power. Di Matteo's Chelsea today. And it's very recent innovation that the manager himself goes up to be involved in these great moments at the top of the steps.
So they should do as well. Played a massive part in Chelsea's second half to the season. Roberto Di Matteo.
Ron Gourlay there, David Barnard, Michael Emenalo. Well, if the wasn't so much the second half, but the last third of the game wasn't so good. The last third of this season could be historic for Chelsea.
Well, now they've got the chance to do a cup double. Champions League coming up. This is the one that matters at the moment. Fantastic first 60 minutes from them. Juan Mata playing off of Didier Drogba. Lampard defending well in midfield. All organised by this man here now.
Yes, interim is the word to describe his position. Permanent might not be that far away. Roberto Di Matteo. It was Ancelotti in 2010, it was Mancini in 2011, an Italian hat-trick for Roberto Di Matteo to be barred off. He always keeps his cool, he always did when he was playing. Very self-contained individual. And this lot won't be so self-contained, will they? They're about to let rip, and why not?
Maybe he was the man that won them the FA Cup or kept them in the lead. Didier Drogba with the goal, Petr Cech with the save.
These are the moments that players are always told, don't let them rush by, make it now the slowest walk you've ever done around the stadium. And there aren't many left for Liverpool, but all credit to them. Hard enough to get a cup final ticket, you might as well stay and see it all through, even if it's as painful as this when you're following the vanquished. Careful with that hamstring, David Luiz. Harry is cool as you like.
Well, he'll be savouring this moment, won't he?
He's making the slow walk.
Standing next to Torres, who didn't look too happy while he was on the substitute bench, did he?
Well, we've had periods of domination. Clubs like Liverpool, Manchester United still could win the Premier League. This thing, we'll learn more about that tomorrow. But if you're looking for the famed name in the FA Cup since the turn of the century, the last winners at the old Wembley. Now in 6 years at the new Wembley, Chelsea have held it up 4 times.
I think Roberto Di Matteo had his heart in his mouth for the last 20 minutes because they were being dominated by Liverpool. They just had enough, that 2-goal lead. I think they deserved the 2-goal lead, but Liverpool in that last 25-30 minutes really gave them a scare.
By the strength in the hands of Petr Cech. That's how close it was. Who first wore that skull cap in a game against Liverpool at Anfield over 5 years ago after a potentially devastating head injury.
Portuguese players in their own little bit of the limelight. Grealish came on late on in the game. Hardly touched the ball, did he? Singler really gives Downing too much freedom to get down past him, to get crosses into the box. He defended quite well for Singler.
Well, maybe some of them, most of them, will be back at Anfield on Tuesday. It'll be a strange occasion, really. Chelsea may well rest some players, and Liverpool have only the revenge motive, but it's consolation, really.
I think Chelsea will almost put out a full reserve side, won't they? I don't think there's too much chance now of getting into the pole position. Get themselves a Champions League place.
You always wonder about these goal celebrations. I saw Robin Van Persie break a bone in his foot celebrating a goal for Arsenal against Manchester United. He was out for months. But the feelings are what you play the game for. Quoted Ashley Cole in the past about all the games you play and the international camps and everything. It's what you've got on the signboard at the end. For him to have 7 winners' matches, 3 with Arsenal, 4 now with Chelsea.
There's a lot of snippers in the Ashley Cole, but as a player, he's still one of the best in the world at left back. He can get forward, he's good in 1v1 situations. The only thing that he was caused problems with today was at the far post when balls were played into Henderson. And that's why I thought Dirk Kuyt had been brought on. But they didn't get crosses into the box for him.
Well, champagne it is. And the taste is very sweet for Chelsea. That's a new version of the cool down, maybe.
Well, he's going to be caught. He is caught now.
Are in some ritual? We'll have to ask those two afterwards. The Chelsea fans are in their element. The Chelsea players are in their element. But it was close. Petr Cech knows better than anyone how close it was. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1.
is Roberto Di Matteo, and our thanks to Stuart Robson.